Hey guys, welcome back to another session of Evony with Genghis on server 68. So, we're going to talk about undead invasion here. And what you see here is an alliance, AOW. They have all ported to this mountain. They have 6 members here, and what they're doing is reinforcing each other early on in the undead. And then, if you look all the way over, is it here? Is their alliance? Yes. So this is the rest of their alliance. So it'll take over an hour to get to these guys. So if we march all the way over, see, there's no undead armies yet. They're very far away. Let's just keep going here and see. Yeah, so it's still very far away. I caught them very early on. So my alliance doesn't do this. So this is the earliest march of the undead that's coming towards them. And there's another one. That's a, and then when we get right to the mountain, thought I saw a boss I could set on there, but when you get to the mountain here, what's going to happen is these guys will get attacked quickly by the mountain, by the undead, and then they'll be able to reinforce each other and complete it. So let's, for example, take this guy. He can reinforce 5 or 6 different castles here, and then when they're done their marches, all 20 of their marches have come towards them, they will go all the way back over here to their castle and reinforce other people, right? And that way they can get points for reinforcing. I guess it depends on how many marches you have. If you have 4 or 5 or 6, you multiply that by 2, and you can reinforce 12 people if you have 6 marches, plus your own undead, so you can get some really high scores. And we'll just try and watch one actual round where it does hit them. Okay, so right there you see the undead is coming from the mountain. So all you have to do to make this happen is whoever calls for the undead, so when they go into undead invasion, I'm not an R4 or R5, so I can't click here, but on this screen you will see a button that says start the undead invasion. And when you do that, it will start with whoever clicks that button at the closest mountain to them. So you got to find the mountain and do that. And this is really good for Monarch scores. And as you can see, if you actually do very well in the Monarch scores, there's some good rewards here. 24,000 gems for 2 hours time in Undead is a pretty good reward. Where else are you going to get 24,000 gems in 2 hours? And then down here, there's some other good rewards too. All training speeds, all these other speeds, and then the Alliance point and honor. You can use that in the Alliance shop. And then if we keep going, let's see, yeah, so second place, 20,000, 21,000, 12,000 for fourth place, third, 17,000, and you go all the way down. You could get quite a few Alliance members if you're the only Alliance doing this strategy, so you get to reinforce 10 or 12 keeps as opposed to what the other alliances are doing. And if you look at so let's just look at here on the Monarch score rankings, and you can see number 1, Prad. That is the guy here, right here. So obviously he does know what he's doing. Let's just see how far away they are. That looks about a minute. So let's just wait and we'll watch and see the actual march come out from the mountain and see it hit all 6 of these keeps, and you'll see how it's going. And when you're smaller, so these guys are fine, right? This guy Prad, he is, I believe he's almost 2 billion. Yeah. So he could just send marches to other people. But if you're smaller, let's say you're K25, you're an up-and-coming alliance on a new server, you can move your marches around. So you could station people in a line And you can recall the marches and resend to each person as it goes down the line. You have to be really quick and you have to be online, but I've seen it happen. And when you just don't have enough marches to, or you just don't have enough troops to satisfy those marches all at once. But hopefully a march comes out of this. Should be coming soon because those are getting pretty far away unless they've. Oh, right here. Yeah, so we see the undead coming out there. So they must all be probably done, and this guy came in late and is getting his marches done. Because even if you move on the map, the undead march will find you and will get 20 marches on you, or until there's 2 consecutive ones. So I assume once he is done, once he's complete, then you'll see all of these guys will port right back to their home, and they will go all the way back over here and start reinforcing smaller keeps. And then they'll get the extra rewards for reinforcing those people. So that's how you should do undead if you want maximum points. Otherwise, you could just sit in the hive and take it yourself or reinforce a few people. Lots of people just hide their siege during this because they don't want to spend gems on healing them. And I used to do that as well. Now I'm at the point where I take... I think on round 20, I took a couple losses last week. I'm not quite sure how because I used to take 0. So I'll have to look at that. Maybe I used to buff or didn't buff or something. But that is how I advise you to do undead if you want to score high. Some people don't care about undead, so they don't do that. But that's my little tip for you on the undead. This is Genghis on server 68. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.